Okay, so as you can see, the chicken has been brought to me well cleaned. I really don't have much to do here. I will just fold these back like so. And all we have left is to salt it. Use pepper and salt. Somehow they messed up the skin on the breast. As you can see here, I have salt and pepper, and I do not like to grind down the pepper too fine so that it's dusty. And you see some seeds are even left unground. I find that this gives it even better flavor than the maximum fine grit. We'll be smoking it like this so that all the juices relatively remain inside the chicken. But we do want the salt on the back part as well. Huh. You're welcome. Molly! 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 So this is how I usually leave it, slight air gap here as well as there. So we are 2 hours into the smoking now. I've started to glaze the chicken with some melted butter, and that is because some of the meat parts are exposed, not covered with the skin, and you don't want that to dry out. So let's bring it in, and now I also need to pour out the juices, bloody juices that have gathered on the spine section of the chicken. You will see. Come in closer, please. Two things I want to do now. One is to rotate, and the other one is to pour out these juices that are inside the chicken. So, I'm going to grab, hold, pour. There we go. And I will set it aside for now because I do want to rotate. Here is our second chicken. Pour. If you're thinking that this will make the chicken dry, don't worry. There'll be plenty of juices coming out farther down the road. Now, what I'm going to do is again glaze it with some butter. The skin is all crispy and nice. I will not be putting butter on that section, only on the exposed meat. And again, we just don't want this to dry out. The skin we do want crunchy, so that's fine. So we can put this back in. I will rotate this once more, but I do want the leg parts and the thighs to be smoked and cooked well, but obviously the largest portion of the meat is in the breast, and we want to point that towards the fire more or for a longer period. I do not use anything other than freshly ground pepper seeds and salt. That's the only things that I use. I do not put barbecue sauces or anything else because that steals and takes away from the actual wood taste, the smoked taste, etc. And it is artificial, and I hate everything artificial. If you want to taste the meat, you do not pollute it with all kinds of pre-made juices. There we go. Soon we will also rotate the potatoes. Let's have a look at the fire. Oh, that's bad. Fire's almost gone out. There we go. So we have plenty of coal there. No biggie. We know that. The thing about using the propane tanks is because these are built for very high pressure, not very high, but high pressure, they have to be of thick steel. This is 8 millimeters thick. That is 1/3 of an inch. And what that does is once this thing gets hot, even if your fire kind of dies down, you still have about 10 minutes to restart your fire without compromising or sacrificing the cooking of the meat, right? So you don't really extend the time so long as your coals are still hot. And now, as you can see, we have a fire immediately. So the chicken has been smoking for approximately 3.5 hours. One thing I don't do anymore is I don't use thermometers. I did when I was starting off, but those of you that use smokers, especially these type smokers, not the cheap ass thin steel smokers that you buy at, I don't know, Home Depot or whatever. If anybody has this type of a smoker, the proper smoker, I think you'll agree that with experience, you don't really use thermostats, thermometers anymore. I just know by feel of the meat, by the look, the visual, etc. So now this stuff is ready. I will be taking it off. You can come in. Our chicken is smoked. We will take it off now, let it rest for about 15 minutes, and then serve. So that's chicken one. That is chicken two. And I want to show you something for those that maybe were thinking maybe I will dry out the chicken. Look at how much juice the chicken still has. There's plenty, you see, all that liquid. So it won't be dry. This tells me that the chicken will not be dry. And same with this one. There's plenty of juice inside. I actually pour this juice out because I don't like bloody meat or, so I pour it out and then my dogs come and lick it from the grass. There we go. Some of this is actually the melted butter that I was glazing the meat with. So we will let that sit. Pour these juices out as well. I know that I could be saving this, using it in various types of soups, etc., but I don't do that. And baked potatoes. What I do with these guys is once they're almost ready, then I cut them in half, take some of the potato out, pour some salt in it, and put butter inside. Then I kind of mash it up, and it's like puree. Very, very tasty. Last time I made the smoked duck, my guest actually pointed out that the potatoes were very good. So here we go. And that is our dish for my crew that are now currently building the house. So we will set this aside here. This is basically, the texture of it will be almost like mashed potatoes. Awesome. Okay. Take this out. And done. Right. You're welcome. There we go. Thank you. Cheers. Stay safe, healthy, eat good food.